Okay, how's everyone doing? Where are you watching this? Let me actually get my Facebook up also. I'm gonna do this on Facebook also as well. Hope you're really well. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're safe and you're strong, sanitized, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go on Facebook also as well. I'm gonna broadcast this. I'm gonna riff really quickly on 4 things you could do to come out of how to become limitless in a limited world. I'm gonna use 4 G's this time. I always switch it up. I'm like, give you 5 C's. I do a lot of different things. So let me record this on my computer also as well, and so I can broadcast this on Facebook. All right, everybody, really quickly, I hope you're really well. Just wanted to take a quick moment and thank you everybody who supported Limitless all around the world. It is, I hear it's the #1 book in many countries, including Australia, the #1 book. So thank you for that. That's all you. Right now I'm going to go through 4 simple things you could do to become more limitless. I'm going to do this on Facebook also as well, so bear with me. All right, 4 G's. All right, 4 G's. The first one is growth. Now, if we are connected through Facebook, through Instagram, we are on the same path. I think the ultimate path we're all on is to unleash, to be able to reveal, to realize our fullest potential. So the first thing is growth. Our minds were built to explore, to grow, to play, to learn. So no matter your age, your brain, like your muscle, grows neuroplasticity through novelty and nutrition, just like your muscles, right? You exercise, you give it the novelty, and then you feed it nutrition. So try something new each and every day. After all, we've only been given this life to figure it out, and it doesn't last forever. Besides, life can get really, really boring if we just stay in the lines and we stay within the limits of what you already know. If you feel inspired, I challenge you right now, everyone on Instagram and Facebook watching this, I challenge you to try things at least 3 times. Try it once to get over the fear of it, try it twice to learn it, and then try it a 3rd time to see if you like it or not. And for those of you who don't want to grow, I'm talking about the 4 G's to becoming limitless in terms of your mindset, limitless mindset. Think about this about growth. If you're afraid of change, what if I were to tell you that 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 7, 10 years from now, your life would be exactly the same? No progress. Would that truly make you feel joyful? Would that truly make you feel happy? And I wouldn't fear change. Be an agent of adaptation and drive it where you really want to go. So if you're watching this right now and we're friends here on Facebook or on Instagram, I'd love to be your brain coach. I'm Jim Kwik for new friends. But here's the thing, when it comes to personal growth, don't make it overwhelming. Simplify, small, simple steps if you read my book. Start small, start very small. What is the tiniest little action you could take to make positive progress and advance where you cannot fail? What's the tiniest thing? Take a bite of that brain food. Open up that journal and read 1 sentence in that book, Limitless. Take 1 deep breath. Go outside. Eventually, what I found in my trainings is eventually our little choices are going to become habits that affect the bigger decisions that you make in your life. So that's the first G into a limitless mindset, is this growth mindset. The second G I'm going to give you right now, as we're having this conversation, is giving. All right, you don't give to get, you give because it's who you are. And some people, let me just address some of the challenges that we're all having right now. It's weird because talking about mental health, mental intelligence is pretty easy to hack. I could teach you how to memorize facts, figures, foreign languages, all that faster. But I'm also very interested in mental health and mental fitness. And some people view emotional and mental pain as less traumatic than physical pain, but it is more common and also very sometimes it's harder to bear. So it's easier to say, oh, ow, I hit my knee hurts, than it is to say my heart is broken, my spirit is broken. And the frequent attempt to hide or suppress these internal pain can further increase that burden. And so just a reminder, kindness goes so far nowadays. You could be standing right next to somebody and they could be fighting the battle of their life, and you never know what people are going through. And so get help if this is you. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It's not at all weakness. Get help, process it, get it out. And because if you want to fly, you have to let go of what weighs you down. Because here's the other thing I've noticed in my life is that not all of that load is yours to carry. And so just maybe meditate on that. So we're talking about 4Gs if you're joining us on Facebook, on Instagram. 4Gs to a limitless mindset. Number one, growth mindset. Number one, a giving mindset. And also giving also gets you out of fear, because chronic stress shrinks your brain. Chronic fear suppresses your immune system. It makes you, there's a whole area of science called psychoneuroimmunology, where you make you more susceptible to colds, to flus, to viruses. And one of the best ways to get out of fear is to focus on somebody else. So 4Gs to a limitless mindset. Number one, growth. Number two, a giving mindset, because you grow so you have more to give. I call them grow givers. We grow so we have more to give, right? Everything in nature grows or dies. Everything in nature gives back, or else it's eliminated, right? Another G I would recommend for everybody is grit. And this is an interesting topic, and it's not something we can cover here in just a few minutes. But grit is one of the most important things into achievement, is having this drive, having this discipline to do what you know you should do, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Your ability and willingness to do the difficult things, actually, it's paradoxical, but it actually makes things easier. Because if you procrastinate all the time, you put things off and do the easy things, then life gets hard. But if you do the difficult things in your life, life becomes a lot easier. And it's not about being fearless. It's really about moving forward despite our fears. That the treasure you seek is often hidden in the work you're avoiding. The treasure I love your book sitting in the background. You like this book? Limitless. So often the treasure you seek is hidden in the work you're avoiding. And so it's not about being fearful. It's about feeling the fear and still doing the work. Because sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is that very thing that will set you free. And that's what I want to remind you. And I'm not saying anything you don't know, but you realize is that intelligent, consistent action, especially when you don't feel like it, cures most everything, including the fear itself. And if you only do, again, what's easy and you put things off, you procrastinate, you do the least effort, life becomes hard. But do what's hard and life becomes easy. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs, how many of you are entrepreneurs on Instagram or Facebook here? You know that you have to feed your business until it feeds you. In the beginning, you will be grossly underpaid, underestimated. But if you're consistent, you work hard, you work smart, eventually it could switch and you'll enjoy a life that's few people could achieve, because most people just talk about things, and you can't say it, you have to show it. You can't promise it, you have to prove it. Right? And it's better well done than well said. And so what I would say is, when you do what others won't, then you can live how others can't. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It is that simple, and it is that difficult. But just remember, when it comes to grit, that self-respect is the fruit of discipline. You work hard, you stay humble. And then finally, the fourth G to this limitless mindset, you have growth, you have grit. You have giving, you have grit. The fourth G, I would say, is gratitude. If you want to feel rich and you want to feel wealthy, right? I posted this the other day that connection is the new currency, right? Health is the new wealth. Happiness is the new treasure. It's just one, and it's always been that way. Kindness is the new cool. It's always been like that. But the other thing that overcomes stress and overcomes fear, besides giving, is gratitude. And if you want to feel truly wealthy, take out a piece of paper and write down all the things that you have in your life that money can't buy. Or here's another thought experiment. What if the only things you had in your life tomorrow were the things you fully express gratitude for today? Right? And then it kind of puts things into perspective. I believe what you appreciate appreciates. What you appreciate appreciates, and it grows. And so that's gratitude. So be grateful for what you have, and you'll have more of it, because that determines your focus. Gratitude, or the Thanksgiving episode we did, our podcast, how many of you listen to my podcast? I assume all of you, because it's only 15 minutes long, how to remember names, how to learn languages, how to study technical material, how to remember a TED Talk, all those. I did 2 videos on how to study. I had 2 videos on how to teach actors how to speed read scripts and memorize their lines. But when it comes to giving, again, and gratitude, they go together, right? Just imagine a moment in your future, in your life, right, where all your dreams come true, and I want you to step into it. I want you to see it. I want you to feel it. I want you to believe it, and mostly I want you to work daily for it. And it's not about being, it's patient, yes, but patient, for a lot of people, patience is passively waiting for something. For me, patience is defined as maintaining a good attitude while you still work for it. And I feel like that's the goal, whether you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram or a recording of it, that you know that it takes a little time and effort and energy, but consistency, little by little, a little becomes a lot, because consistency compounds. And my goal for you is just to not only believe in it, but to live it. Like right now, it's so important not to downgrade your dreams to meet this current situation. You want to upgrade your mindset, your motivation, the methodologies you're using to be able to meet your destiny. Because you want to be too optimistic to scare. You want to be too positive to doubt. You want to be too determined to be defeated. And that's the attitude that the people, that's contagious, because positivity and performance is contagious as fear, as viruses or anything else. And so remember that you are the greatest project you will ever get to work on, and make time and take your time, create magic. And my wish for you, everyone who's watching this right now in Facebook or Instagram land, is that you, wherever you are, that you may sleep easy tonight, knowing that you could handle whatever this week or this month coming up has to throw at you. May you wake up with your mind energized and focused, your heart is inspired for the new day. May you move in the direction of your dreams. May you discover, new levels of beauty, new levels of gratitude, especially in the small moments. And mostly, may you laugh, may you live, may you love, and may you learn. Always be learning. And so those are my 4 G's to having a limitless mindset. None of those are in the book. Maybe it'll be in the second book. But again, if you want to feel fulfilled, like you're on this path to reveal and realize your fullest potential, focus on 4 G's. Growth. What are you doing every day to build growth? What is every day you're doing to give? What are you doing every day to be able to build grit, right? Persistence and discipline, doing the hard stuff so your life is easier. And every day, how are you feeling gratitude and expressing it to the ones you love? And we all I do this because we're not socially distant right now. We're being social right now. One of my challenges is that people are being emotionally and immensely distant. So stay plugged in. If you're going through challenging times, remember that through struggle comes strengths, that we have to fall in love back with that person in the mirror who's been through so much but is still standing. And part of self-care and self-love is realizing when you say yes to somebody or something, that we're not saying no to ourselves, because that could lead to a lot of challenges. And so that's my prayer for you guys. I hope you're well. Thank you for letting me check in. We released a new podcast this week with Dr. Jeff Spencer. He's an Olympian, and he trains Olympians. He trains everyone from Tiger Woods to Bono of U2. So we do a mindset. Last week we had Sean Stevenson on the podcast, and we talked about the 3 keys to energy, going from top down. And before that we had Dr. BJ Fogg, Stanford University, talking about tiny habits. Before that we had Jessica Ordner talking about changing your negative beliefs and anxiety around things. And we have some really, really big ones coming up. And so I'm really excited for you to hear about that. And so kwikbrain.com is our podcast. All the links are in my profile. Right now, we also launched a brand new program called Kwik Thinking. And I'm really proud of it, kwikthinking.com. And I think it's the number 1 superpower to have right now more than ever. Our ability to make good decisions, our ability to solve problems, our ability to focus and concentrate in times of disruption. And thank you again for all the reviews on the book. That means everything. We read every single one. And so the 500 plus amazing 5 stars, thank you. The over 3,000 5-star reviews on iTunes for our podcast, thank you. And thank you, I think, is the most amazing, is what I'm feeling right now. And I feel gratitude for all of you. So much love. I need to go, but I'm wishing you lots of life, lots of love, lots of laughter, and always lots of learning. Take care, everybody. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Instagram.